Yo, what is good, everybody? My name is the Coaster King. Today, I'm talking about the 2020 rides that have come to Six Flags, which ones I think are going to be pushed back to 2021, which ones have been announced to be pushed back to 2021, and stuff like that. Before I start, I do want to say one thing. I never beg for subscribers, but like, I'm at 49 right now. At least when I'm making this video, I'm at 49. Make that turn to 50. Come on. Starting off with two parks that are not opening their rides, we have Six Flags Great America's Tsunami Surge, which is a giant water coaster, and Six Flags Discovery Kingdom's Sideburner Safari. So, Great America, they just recently announced that they were pushing it back to 2021. I'm sure not too many people are going to be too upset about it. After all, it is a water coaster, so no one really cares about it. It's not like some other rides that we're going to be talking about, or even Sideburner Safari. But yeah, so it's a smaller edition. Not too many people are going to be upset about it, and this is really not too much of a surprise, considering the park hasn't even announced their opening yet, which is interesting. Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, this has been known forever. I talked about it in a couple of videos. Not surprising. They haven't opened their ride, they've opened their park, which is weird. And yeah. Now, probably the two most upsetting ones. If this is not depressing slide, I don't know what is. Six Flags Great Adventures, Jersey Double Coaster, and Six Flags Over Texas' Aquaman Power Splash. So, Six Flags Great Adventure, they've been almost like fighting it forever now. Great Adventure people have wanted the park to open in 2020, and they've been following the construction. I personally got to see it a few days ago. Looks to be awesome, but unfortunately, it is not going to be opening in 2020. I think from a business standpoint, it makes sense. You know, why would you open this ride when people are not going to be coming to the park? Uh, the park was dead when I went, and it was like the opening day. So yeah, and for Aquaman Power Splash, kind of the same idea. They could probably finish it. Both of them, Six Flags could probably finish it by Fred Fest, but it just doesn't make sense from a business standpoint because travel is going to be limited and stuff like that. So people aren't going to be coming across the country to go on these rides like Six Flags would want them to. Two more rides not opening. We're doing very nice here. Is Six Flags Darien Lakes Wahoo Wave and Laurent's V Pair. So I'm gonna flip it here. I'm gonna talk about Laurent's V Pair first. We've known about this for a while. They didn't start construction, and you know Laurent is one of those parks that not a lot of people were too excited about V Pair. So I'm sure if you guys go to Laurent a lot, you might be a little upset about it. But in general, this has been the quiet thing. Um, yeah, they just didn't start construction fast enough, and I don't know personally how Canada's doing with the whole reopening thing, but I know that Laurent isn't open, so yeah, that's not looking too good either. I just don't think it's worth it to push this opening, um, from a business standpoint. And then of course Darien Lake. So when I say not opening, this is probably not opening. They just recently took it off their website, and that usually like precedes them saying their official announcement. For example, Jersey Double Coaster, they took it off the website, then like 3 or 4 days later, they announced it. So Darien Lake just took it off the website. So I'm expecting in a couple of days um, them to announce it. But once again, with these kind of videos, like they can announce something completely different 2 days later, and you know, I this video would be completely outdated. So definitely check in and see. This is one of the parks that if you know live by there, I would look this up for sure. Keep keeping with this trend of not opening, Six Flags St. Louis, Catwoman's Whip, and Six Flags Great Escape, or just the Great Escape actually. I don't even know. There's a long word. Outlaw, 80K Outlaw. Um, both are the same ride, which is pretty interesting, and they're both not opening. These are both smaller parks. St. Louis is open. Great Escape is not, but they're both likely not opening. Both of them have the same kind of thing with Darien Lake, right? They're not on the website, and their construction is not where it should be. Whether you like it or not, these routes should be open. But so yeah, I would just definitely monitor these two if you live by them, especially St. Louis. I think St. Louis is the better chance out of these two to open, but in my opinion, I just don't think they're going to open it. It's once again from a business standpoint, why are you going to push this park to open this ride when St. Louis has been absolutely dead? And yeah, so I think that most likely they're not going to be opening, but everything can change in just a few days. Now we got probably opening in 2020. We got Six Flags America's Harley Quinn and Six Flags New England's Supergirl Skyflyer. So for each one, Six Flags New England has this ride on the website, so they have not taken it off yet. However, both parks are actually not open. Um, I think that they should probably open it just because it is a smaller ride. It won't take too much time and too much money to finish it off. I think they've gotten a decent amount of the way in based on the construction updates and everything. And yeah, it is relatively large for a Six Flags park. So I think they're gonna push the opening of this ride. And then as for Six Flags America, this one is kind of a toss up in my opinion, but I think they are going to open it just because they did the same thing at Six Flags Mexico. The same exact ride, the Frisbee, they opened it, and yeah, I think Six Flags America desperately needs it, honestly. So I think they're going to open that up and have something new for the 2020 season. Also opening in 2020, of course, we know Six Flags Over Georgia is opening their entire Gotham City area with new rides. They got like Catwoman's Whip there and Poison Ivy, I think, are the two rides. Um, and yeah, I'm not going to talk about that too much, but what I do know is that the Riddlers, they redeemed it. It used to be Mindbender, now it's Riddlers Mindbender or something like that. It's like the same thing, just slightly different wording. Yeah, so they're not going to be opening that ride, unfortunately, in 2020, which kind of is a bummer. But that's not the new for 2020 ride. That's just a refurbishment, kind of. So I'm not considering that to be part of it. I'm going to just say that they are opening their two rides, 2020. Same thing with Six Flags Mexico. They opened Crazy Andy before they closed. So assuming they open back up, which is not a full assumption. And once again, I don't know how Mexico is dealing with the reopening process, but um, Six Flags Mexico, I believe they had it open for like 1 or 2 days right before they closed this ride, and then obviously they had to close and stuff. So it's definitely going to be opening in 2020, assuming that they actually open as a park. Opening in 2020, we got Frontier City Wahoo Racer, their water mat slides. I don't know if it's open right now. I'm not too familiar with this water park, but yeah, cheaper edition. They need it. They don't have much in there. And Six Flags Fiesta Texas is making huge strides on their Daredevil Dive. Uh, Zamperla Air Race. I don't even know. Is it an air race? The weird air race. And yeah, so they're making huge strides on that. That should be opening in 2020. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. Um, I think that the ride, it is once again a cheaper edition, and they have been making good additions to the construction and have opened this park relatively early in the process. And of course, can't forget Six Flags Magic Mountain got absolutely nothing. So their additions, technically, if you think about it, have not been pushed back, if you put it that way. So I guess, is it better to have no expectations and not be let down than have like expectations for Jersey Devil Coaster and then be let down? It's up to you. Anyways, that's gonna be it, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching. Let me in the comment section what you think about the video and if I got anything wrong. Once again, if this is like even it can change in a couple of days, so don't go 100% off it, especially if you're watching it in a little bit in the future. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time.